First tonight, a funding freeze of over $6 billion is impacting education grants nationwide. It's drawing lots of concern for the upcoming school year. What we know is 10 Republican senators sent a letter to the Trump administration on July 1st requesting that this frozen money would be sent to the states. Well, Shelby Bro, she joins us here in studio with a better look at where these funds stand now. Shelby?
Well, Peyton, today the Education Department has announced they will be releasing some of those frozen grants that go towards supporting after-school programs, but only $1.3 billion is being released, leaving a large portion unavailable.
In these rural isolated counties, without after-school programs, there's usually little to no other options for families to have their children attend. If there is another option, a lot of times it's not affordable for families.
After-school and summer programs are facing an uncertain future with a more than $6 billion funding freeze impacting the Education Department. $1.3 billion of these funds have been released as of Friday.
These programs are held in isolated rural areas where there's little to no other after-school options. And here in West Virginia, Save the Children supports over 700 children across 14 schools.
Catherine Miller is the state director for Save the Children West Virginia, a program that aims to keep kids on track in school by focusing on literacy, math, and keeping kids active. These efforts are focused in the central part of the state and more rural areas across Calhoun, Clay, Fayette, Gilmer, and Nicholas counties.
Last year, our Save the Children after school results showed that 77% of our kids that attended our after school programs made significant gains in literacy and math. That means they were either moving towards grade level proficiency or were already on grade level proficiency where they need to be able to succeed in school.
Save the Children is a recipient of 21st Century Community Learning Center's grant awards. This funding has been released to the states as of Friday. Senator Shelley Moore Capito said in a statement, "These are grants that many West Virginians rely on, and we should be supporting education opportunities like these."
Well, without this funding, families are going to be forced to make some hard decisions. We are planning right now to hopefully start programs as usual when school starts. But if the funding freeze isn't lifted and after-school programs aren't available for families, there are hardworking families right now that might be forced to look at changes they might need to make within their work schedules.
Miller says oftentimes these programs are a necessity to parents to ensure their child has a safe place to go until they get home from work. And since the freeze has been lifted, they will continue their work this school year as usual, but that still leaves a $5 billion portion of funding for other programs still frozen.
There's a lot of issues that can really impact our kids and families, and also knowing that after school really supports educational gains, there's possibilities of children falling behind in education as well.
The remaining $5 billion in grants is continuing to be reviewed by the Office of Management and Budget. Live in the studio, Shelby Burrow, Eyewitness News.